So I got this. I got this really interesting comment, and this person says, "Do you think China has socialism with capitalism or communism? Can you please explain? A lot of people say different things." And this is your favorite half Chinese. Yes, I already said it's a socialist with Chinese characteristics, and the ruling party is a communist party with 8 other parties supporting it, working all together. Yes, so. It's not really clear for the person, and I understand, because a lot of people say a lot of different things. First of all, socialism can never be together with capitalism, as they are opposing each other. Socialism actually is born out of capitalism and is actually a more advanced economic system. So the two can never be together. Communism is again something else. So China is not communist. It is under the ruling of a communist party with 8 different parties. So there's 9 different parties in China, including the Communist Party of China. Now, why do we say it is socialist, and why do people think it is capitalist? Well, first of all, the people who are calling it capitalist most of the time are capitalists themselves, or are admiring capitalist or in favor of capitalism. So they do not like it that a socialist nation is actually flourishing under socialism, and as we can see now that capitalism is crumbling down all over the world. So in order to save face, or to keep you believing that capitalism works, they more often than not are now saying China is doing good because of they are more capitalist than, sometimes that's what they say, even than the United States, which is completely false. See, there's a difference. Under socialism, all the means of production should be in the hands of the people. Therefore, in China, you have state-owned companies. State-owned companies and who own entire critical parts of the economy. For instance, like healthcare, like the resources, food distribution, right? If you want to export food, you need to talk with the government to allow them to do that, to be able to do that. Similar goes with all the resources. Land is not for sale. This is a reason why it's not for sale. And under capitalism, it would be for sale. Under capitalism, everybody could buy the resources. Under capitalism, all the healthcare would be privatized with, what we experience in the West. Very not for everybody accessible, or you're going broke if you have access to it, unless you are a millionaire or billionaire, which then probably you are a capitalist. So that's a great difference. In the very back on the sea, right, there you will see a lot of things standing up like this, right? White stripes. Those are not real white stripes. They are windmills to create energy. And those windmills are standing in our sea, but those windmills are not owned by the Netherlands. So they are extracting energy from the Netherlands, and then they're selling it back to the Netherlands. There's a lot of only foreign countries, well, not all, but probably. I forgot what I did my research, but I totally forgot about it. In China, that's not possible, right? So in China, they say, this is our land, and the resources of the land belongs to the people. And so they own the means of production. Therefore, it can never ever be a capitalist nation. It doesn't exist. They also do not like monopolizing. The monopolies are being broken up. If you even started, they break it off before you even have begun, because monopolizing entire parts of the market creates circumstances that certain people will not have a chance to do certain business, and all the money and power and wealth will go to a very small group. And that is basically it. We also see the difference when we look at the United States. In the United States, everything is for sale. right? In China, it's not. That's why they are so angry that they cannot buy land in China. But what would happen if they would be buying land in China? That would happen. Then it would have happened that the Chinese people couldn't be living in a home because it would be too expensive. Because 11 years, or not 11 years ago, but like 40, 50 years ago, China was number 11 poorest nation in the world. So nobody would have enough money, but American capitalists would have a lot of money compared to the Chinese people and would be able to buy the entire land. Then they just raise the prices because it's up to them. Then they build the houses and make a huge profit, but the normal people would not be able to live in a house or on a piece of land. So therefore, China says, we're not going to do that. The people, it belongs to the people. Therefore, the state is holding it because the state cannot give a piece to everybody, because if you give a piece to everybody, then also everybody could be selling that same piece and you will be in the same position as right before. So in order to protect that, the state is holding it for the people, but when the people are in need for it, they will be given it for a very low price. That is why the utilities in China are so extremely cheap. That is why you have healthcare, which is extremely cheap. That is why you can have public transportation, which is extremely cheap, schooling, extremely cheap, and they are very, 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 very well, right? And when we look at the United States, all of these things is almost too expensive for the people. A lot of people in the United States are saying now it is so expensive that they cannot even live there, even when they are working a 40-hour job.
I'm homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here.
So, no, China is not capitalist, definitely not. They actually had this revolution to get socialism, so the capitalists could be run out of China, because before that China was more or less somewhat capitalist, and yeah, we knew what happened. A lot of people, overly vast majority, was extremely poor, number 11 poorest country in the world. People were just losing their life over food, honestly. I could be making a video in that circumstances right here, and I would just drop and just finish because I was not having any food for too long, right? These were the circumstances in China just a couple of decades ago, and look at them now. That's the difference between socialism and capitalism. So capitalism just gives a small spike, and after that everything will go down because it will be monopolized. Other people will not have a chance, and the people keep raising the price. So the price of living will go up, 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 up. And we see the results right now in the United States. A very good example, right? The most capitalist nation in the world, with millions and millions of people just on the street, right? Living in like third world situations. It's just insane. We cannot have that. Anyway, I wanted to show you this beautiful site. This is Scheveningen, in case you were wondering. That is the beach where we are. I hope you could listen and hear everything very clearly. So what's the difference between these characteristics of the two? In socialism, at least in China, the economy is there to benefit the people. In a capitalist nation like my country, here, like Scheveningen, this is my country. The economy is not to serve the people, but it's to enrich the capitalist. Yeah, so I hope this is clear now. No, China is not a capitalist. It never will be. The people in China, and yes, the people in China, those were fighting for in the revolution. Those were exactly the peasants that what was his name again was talking about. Yes, those were real peasants, farmers from the land were fighting against the old government, the Republic of China, which is now occupying Taiwan. That is, and they fought against it because they felt the government wasn't taking care of them. So no, it is never capitalist. It will also never be capitalist. And the stage of communism has not yet been reached. So communism is totally different, and it takes a very long time to get to that stage. And I think it will be very hard to get to that stage unless the rest of the world is moving to that stage. And yeah, we need to do that all together, and there's nothing to be scared of. Just go and read what it is. It is not what the capitalists are telling you, because they're not going to tell you the truth, because obviously they want you to believe that you have some freedom under this system where you almost are having difficulties to pay your rent or your mortgage or to sustain your family, etc., right? So yeah, that was it. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope the wind didn't ruin the video, and I hope you also enjoy a little bit of this beautiful, beautiful view. There are the ships coming in. They used to come in over there, right? And then they go to the harbor, and this is the beach where the people are. It's a windy day, so not many people are on the beach. And yeah, we have a plane coming over, flying over. I'm not sure if you can see it, but oh, and my cap was flying off of my head anyway. So that was it. Let me know what you all think of this in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. We're not uncivilized barbarians, unlike some others. Please like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. I already said that, I think, yes. Have a great day. Your favorite half Chinese.